This is a brief introduction to the most important modules in the operations area of our product SIEPA for the management of aviation enterprises. SIEPA has been developed by Edasnet, a Spanish enterprise with more than 15 years of experience in computer services and developing applications. SIEPA is an information system developed to serve aviation enterprises. It can be adapted to different types of enterprises that provide services in this area because it has a modular system. Business aviation, commercial aviation, teaching pilots of aviation, aircraft maintenance, handling, etc., and every type of operation of aviation, as well as an assembly of specific modules for military aircraft. The access to SIEPA is made from its own web page and, by accessing, each user has a personalized menu and home page depending on the user profile previously given by the system manager. Profiles are a very important tool because through them the options of menus and functions of SIEPA that each user can access are assigned. There are different predefined user profiles: CFI, CTKI, head training, students, instructors, etc. System Manager can modify those predefined profiles or create new ones depending on the necessities. When a user accesses SIEPA, all actions and functions are recorded in every work session. This way, SIEPA can, if necessary, know what user and what date and time an operation has been incurred. In this homepage, the user can see the messages received from other users of SIEPA or the enterprise itself, and every notification of any expired period associated to a specific profile. Instructors and students receive an automatic message 30 days before the expiration of any license, habilitation, or health certificate. Maintenance engineers receive notifications about the aircraft with critical potential hours they lack for checking or potential hours for changing rotatable materials of the aircraft, etc. Main menu of SIEPA is retractable. It can remain visible or not, depending on the necessities of each user to avoid occupying some needed space. No matter what profile the user has, the menu of SIEPA has a favorite first option always visible that allows seeing last 10 accessed options of the main menu. This way, user has a quick access to the most used options. From the menu of SIEPA, there is an access to all functions that each user has enabled. Management module gathers all the information related to different resources that operate in the system. Data of all human and technical resources that the system controls are found in this module: students, instructors, professors, maintenance resources, clients, suppliers, etc. It also contains an access to auxiliary tables which use the other functions of this module. The information of all the resources that the system uses is kept in this module: curriculum, flight crew lessons and associated ratings, medical reviews, training certificates, certificates of qualifications, proficiency checks, contracts, financial information, control of flight duty periods. This module combines with Document Management module, which allows keeping and associating every resource of SIEPA, all digitalized documents that each enterprise wants to keep. This way, all the relevant information of the enterprise is in only one place and associated to the proper resource. Operative Management module controls all the activities and services given by the enterprise. The functions of this module are agendas, activities programming, flights, simulators, theoretical classes, flight or simulator orders management, managing attendance records of theoretical classes, activity checks of instructors and students with timestamp certificate. This module allows managing the availability of all technical and human resources of the system. There is an agenda for each type of resource: students, instructors, professors, theoretical classes, aircrafts, simulators. In each agenda we can see, day by day, the availability of every resource and, if not available, the reason why it isn't. This module controls notifications and resource blocking, instructors, students, aircrafts, when established duty periods are exceeded or when an aircraft has no potential hours to continue operative and maintenance has to be done. There are three programming modules: flights, simulators, and theoretical classes. Each allows programming every base where the school works. Programming is handled by enterprise workers taking into account petitions of workers and clients of the enterprise. Every programming is limited by blockings and deadlines of all resources. For example, an instructor with an expired rating won't appear as available to be programmed for flight, or an aircraft with an expired certificate won't be available to be programmed. This is how SIEPA guarantees the control of information and security of all operations of the enterprise. Once operations have been done, they must be confirmed by the Chief of Operations of the enterprise. Confirmation programming process makes them official, and they are published for different resources involved. Accessing the module of activities checking, sending text messages, or notifications through SIEPA app mobile phone application. Once programming is confirmed, flight and simulator orders and theoretical classes are published, which is the document that instructors must have when they fly, and so do the students with programmed and confirmed flights. Notification systems and automatic text messages sending are activated for different resources if the enterprise has hired any of the services. Through flight or simulator order process, it is possible to register every flight or simulator mission. Every flight or simulator order has a life cycle depending on flight or simulator operations. These orders are opened, executed, and closed. During executing and closing processes of flight orders, mission is documented. Flight periods, aircraft, type of flight, results of the tests done by the students, qualifications of maneuvers, technical deficiencies and discrepancies that might be spotted in the aircraft. All this information must be introduced by the instructor and then close the flight order. This way, all information introduced in the flight order is stored in the system and updated. Mission and its results are updated in the student's syllabus. If there were discrepancies in the aircraft, are updated. Flight hours are updated for the student and for the instructor in the logbook. Flight hours of the aircraft and its components are updated in the aircraft book. Flight orders closing is the event that feeds information about evolution and activities consumed of the enterprise. In the education module, all the information related to every type of training course, whether it is practical or theoretical, is managed. The system allows uploading and controlling every type of courses: PPLs, CPLs, ATPLs, recoveries, license renewal, cabin crew, aeronautical maintenance technicians, etc. SIEPA has a report of the information of each student, promotions, their idiosyncrasies, for every course the student has enrolled. This module has a very powerful tool that allows creating new courses directly or based on parts of the courses or duplicating them. This module allows creating the courses depending on the different types of courses that the enterprise offers to its students. Once a course is finished, registration can be done, and from that moment on, every activity that the student does will be controlled by SIEPA. All functions related to resources and maintenance are found in Maintenance module. This is the module where aircraft simulators, hours of flight, revisions, discrepancies, and expiring periods and certificates related to aircraft managing and control of maintenance is done. This module allows knowing the hours and expiring periods of all rotatable aircraft materials. Using work orders, it is possible to manage all aircraft review, exchange of all materials, and inspection of every point of control defined by manufacturer. Work orders allow documenting and monitoring traceability materials of the aircrafts that need this type of control. This module has a group of functions that allow doing external aircraft maintenance, delivery of slips, and invoices of the service. The aircrafts are in this module. Here is done the charging process, updating and activating, depending on period of validity and renewal of certificates for each aircraft. In this page, we can see the different certificates of airworthiness that the aircraft has and their validity. This module allows managing all aircraft maintenance functions. This maintenance is done through program revisions, guaranteeing this way maintenance security and traceability of all materials and rotatables of the aircraft. Discrepancies module. It gathers all discrepancies reported from every aircraft. These discrepancies can be reported from orders of flight, instructors themselves, or mechanics during revisions or maintenance. Reports. SIEPA contains a big number of reports with the information of all the activities done so far. Additionally, SIEPA generates tables and graphics to determine the evolution and the monitoring of the business. The main reports it generates are: logbook of students and instructors, aircraft books, reports of incidents, aircraft and simulator discrepancies report, control of performed hours, students, instructors, professors, aircrafts, simulators, performed mission report, flight or simulator orders report, report of the performed hours of each activity, attendance records report, report of permitted hours of activity performed, student academic record. A big group of reports, tables, and graphics that allow following the evolution of the different activities. Warehouse module allows controlling stock, levels of materials reposition, costs, and consume of all materials of the stock. In this module, inventory and stock adjustment can be done based on differences, goods, or countable stock. This module allows doing traceability and following of the useful life of traceable and rotatable materials from the stock to their destruction or sale. The inputs of material are identified with a card with location of each material in different stocks. The material outputs are too identified and documented, as every output of material must be identified by a code of destiny: consume, transference to another stock, destruction, given to a third party. This way, every input and output of material is documented, and so is its traceability. This module complements the module of documental management, where documentation related to material is kept from Form 1 of the manufacturer to instructions or levels of performance in a specific moment.